And more on the program this morning is Calvin Onwuka with ACLsports.com. Good morning, Calvin.
Morning, Chidi.
Now, let's go straight to the list that raised a lot of eyebrows yesterday, the African Fifth Pro 11. A lot of people have criticized this selection as not the appropriate representation of African footballers, both in the continent and outside the continent. What are your thoughts?
I think the way football awards are going these days, it's become almost a farce. It's really farcical, especially this 11 that was announced yesterday. I don't even know where to start. How on earth do we make an African 11 in which Sage Aurier and Bailly in the starting 11? What even if we take it that even if we take it that it's the calendar month, the calendar year,
Yeah.
January to December. We take January to December. Why? What did Aurier do? What has Bailly done to warrant being in that team? Then we move further forward, and we have Keita in midfield instead of Nigeria's Wilfred Ndidi. I frankly, I'm puzzled by this. But again, from what they've said, they said it was voted by the players, and because it was voted by the players, we might not be able to query them too much in the sense that we know how footballers are. Footballers rarely watch other players, to be honest. So they just make they probably got a form. They just take the players they like, the players that they remember played where they are, and that's it. That's probably how they made it. What gets to me is why CAF has to copy everything that UEFA are doing. There is really no need. That's what bothers me. We could easily have done. We could have asked journalists to do this. We could have asked journalists who are accredited to the CAF online media to do this, and then perhaps we might have gotten something.
Fair.
Something more,
Yeah.
thank you. We'll probably gotten something fairer. But this one done by players, we can't quarrel with them really.
Okay, now, does this show an obvious decline in Nigerian football? We know we've been talking about the fact that we've not been at the top. Now, it's been almost 20 years, if not more, the last time a Nigerian player won the African Footballer of the Year. Now we're not even getting in the best 11, not winning individual awards. Is this an obvious, end to the Nigerian possible dominance in Africa?
We have not produced star players in a long time. The closest we had were Victor Moses and John Obi Mikel. We've not produced the kind of players that we used to produce when we dominated these African Football of the Year awards. We haven't produced that in a long, long time. I don't know what to blame for it. Listen, football is like that. It's cyclical. It has maybe maybe under 10 years or under 15 years, Nigeria will probably be able to produce such players. But at this point in time, Egypt, Salah, Gabon, Aubameyang, and Senegal with Mane and Koulibaly. The Senegalese are the ones who I think have shown a consistency that has surprised me, and the fact that they've consistently produced very, very good players. For Nigeria, I'm actually holding out hope that in another 10 years, maybe Chukwueze might be on that podium.
Okay.
I like him.
Okay. Now let's talk about the hosting rights that was given yesterday. Egypt will be hosting the rest of Africa later this year. A 24-team tournament. Now this will be for the first time in Africa. Are we ready for this? We saw Europe try it. We didn't see so much of an exciting football, and we know our football is still growing in Africa. Is this another money-spinning venture and negating football, or will this be actually good for African football?
It would not be. I have absolutely no doubt that it will not be good. The football will be dreadful. We were actually struggling with quality of football with 16 countries. Now with 24 countries, it will be worse. And I'm happy that Egypt showed a desire to host this tournament. So that's a good thing. The government backed the campaign for them to get it. So that's good. On that basis, that's very good.
Okay.
As for the football, I'm not that expectant that the quality of football will be any better until it gets to the quarterfinal stages. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. That perhaps from the quarterfinal, football
Maybe
will
we'll
be
see
better.
good football. All right,
Yes.
thank you very much, Calvin, for your time this morning. It's been quite an interesting one.